Hello and welcome to another live. Today is December the 11th. It is Thursday. It's Thankful Thursday. And it is the last month of the year of 2025. So my voice may be a little raspy. Still had that little, uh, you know, sinus thing going on, but I feel a lot better. So, the topic of today is people are actually living in hotels, families. I mean, we know that the homeless crisis is getting um, a little worse or a lot worse. And we're just going to talk about it. I mean, if you drive past certain hotels in your city, you might not ever know the stories tucked behind those doors. You see travelers or families on vacation, business guests, but you'd also see something else that you haven't quite looked closely enough to see. People who are trying their best to hold on to what they feel is some resemblance of stability in a world that keeps shifting beneath their feet. More and more hotels have become the last refuge for people who have run out of options, not because they want to live there, but because every door they knock on in the housing market quietly says, no, not you. There's a lady that let's talk about what she has stated. I want to share her story. Let me share my screen. Let her share her story. Okay.
I live in this hotel. Yes, I pay 307 a week, and you're right. That is 1228 a month. And I'm going to take you inside the room to show you everything that comes with. No, I didn't have to pay a deposit. I didn't have to do a background check. I didn't have to do a credit check. I didn't have to prove three times the amount of my income. I didn't even have to worry about getting my own utilities turned on, including Wi Fi and trash service. And because I've been doing this for over 2.5 years, I got enough reward points for this little blanket here that they gave me. Yes, I can cook. There's two eyes on the stove. It don't have an oven, but I have a toaster oven. Looking to upgrade that one, and I brought the toaster. Also the microwave, and of course I had to bring our coffee pot. We've only been back in this one for 2 days, so don't pay attention to the mess. But we come in, I give them all of their stuff, and I replace it with ours. I'll be doing a more updated video to show y'all once we get the rest of our stuff in. And yes, I can receive my mail and packages here too.
Okay. So that is her story. And it's a story for a lot of people. You know, it's really sad that so many more and more hotels have become the last refuge for people. And she noted that she didn't have to go through a background check. She didn't have to have a security deposit. They didn't ask her to prove that she had three times the rent. She didn't have to get utilities turned on and all those things. And because a lot of people, their credit score is in the tank, has tanked because of some things that are beyond their control. And that is the story of so many. You know, her words carried a mixture of relief and heartbreak. Relief because she found a place where she wasn't judged by paperwork. Heartbreak because this is what the journey to shelter has come to for so many. And she isn't an outlier. Every day, more families are checking in hotels with children who think it's a weekend adventure until they realize this vacation doesn't end. There are seniors on fixed incomes, workers with 2 or 3 jobs, young adults trying to rebuild their lives. Many of them are piecing together homes in a place never meant to be a home. They are living in hotels because they can't meet a landlord's demand. They're living in cars because deposits cost more than their paychecks. They're living on couches because rent requires an income they don't have. They're living anywhere they can to avoid living on the street. They're van lifers, car lifers, tent lifers. This is the quiet face of house insecurity, unseen, unheard, but painfully real. It's the mother warming microwave dinners on a hotel nightstand, the college student sleeping with their suitcase as a nightstand, the middle aged man sitting on the edge of a bed praying for one more week of income to cover the next check in. These are not people who have failed. These are people who are trying, people who are surviving, people who are doing everything they can to protect their dignity while the world keeps raising the price of simply existing. And behind every hotel door is a story like hers, filled with courage, struggle, and a desire for nothing more than a place to call home. This is a call for compassion. This is a call for awareness. This is a call to see the invisible battles so many are fighting. Because no one should have to choose between impossible requirements and the basic human right of having a roof over their head. I just want to say a prayer. May God wrap his arms around every person who had to seek shelter in hotels, cars, shared rooms, and all unconventional places just to avoid homelessness. And those that are actually on the street, we ask God to wrap his arms around them. May he cover them with peace in the midst of uncertainty, provide safety in every temporary space, and open doors to stable, affordable housing. May their dignity be protected, their strength renewed, and their hope restored. Lord, guide them to resources, favor, and compassionate hearts who will stand with them and help them. And may your provision meet them in ways that remind them they are seen, they are valued, and are never forgotten. Amen. So be compassionate to those you see living on the street and those that you don't see living unconventionally in other places. Have a great evening and God bless.